Welcome back to Old Charles. The 1976 United States 1-cent coin is a fascinating piece for collectors and history enthusiasts alike. Minted during the bicentennial year, this penny holds a special place in American numismatics and is often sought after for its historical significance. The coin features the familiar design with Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, which was standard for pennies of this era. However, what makes the 1976 penny truly interesting is the small variations and mint marks that can significantly affect its value. For instance, pennies minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco may have slight differences, and collectors pay close attention to these details when it comes to value. Most circulated 1976 pennies are worth their face value, but uncirculated or proof versions can be worth more depending on their condition and mint mark. Proof coins from San Francisco, especially those with the S mint mark in pristine condition, can fetch higher prices in auctions or private sales. The coin is made primarily of copper and zinc, which was standard at the time, and it weighs approximately 3.11 grams with a diameter of 19.5 millimeters. Collectors often look for coins with no scratches, discoloration, or wear, these factors can greatly influence value. Coins with rare errors such as double dies or off-center strikes are particularly prized and can be worth hundreds of dollars depending on the rarity and condition. The 1976 penny also has an interesting history in that it was part of the larger celebration of the United States' 200th anniversary of independence, and while it did not receive the special bicentennial reverse like the quarter, half dollar, and dollar coins, it remains a significant piece in any collection. Additionally, some collectors focus on acquiring a full set of 1976 pennies from all three mints and in both circulated and uncirculated conditions. This allows them to see subtle differences and enjoy the satisfaction of completing a comprehensive collection. Overall, the 1976 United States 1-cent coin may seem modest, but its historical context, potential for rare variations, and appeal to collectors make it much more than a simple penny. It represents a piece of American history, and for anyone interested in coins, it is a must-have item that offers both educational and financial interest. Whether you are a beginner starting your first collection or an experienced numismatist looking for a rare example, the 1976 penny has something to offer and continues to be a coin that captures the imagination of collectors around the world. The history of the 1976 United States 1-cent coin is closely tied to both the story of the Lincoln penny and the United States bicentennial celebrations. The Lincoln Cent was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, and it was the first regular issue U.S. coin to feature a real person's portrait rather than the traditional allegorical figures. Over the decades, the design became iconic, with Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial added to the reverse in 1959, marking the 150th anniversary of his birth. By 1976, the 1-cent coin had been in continuous production for 67 years, and it served as a familiar piece of everyday currency for millions of Americans. The year 1976 was special because it marked 200 years since the signing of the Declaration of Independence, and while the U.S. Mint issued special bicentennial quarters, half dollars, and dollars with unique reverse designs, the penny continued with the traditional Lincoln Memorial reverse. This made the 1976 penny both ordinary and extraordinary. Ordinary because it looked like all other pennies, and extraordinary because it circulated during a moment of national celebration. The coins were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, and collectors often pay attention to the mint marks to distinguish them. Additionally, some 1976 pennies exist as proof coins made specially for collectors with a shinier finish and sharper details. During this era, the coins were composed of 75% copper and 25% zinc, a composition that would continue until 1982, when the mint switched to mostly zinc due to rising copper prices. Over the years, the 1976 penny has become a collectible item not only because of its age but also because it represents a tangible connection to the nation's bicentennial history and the ongoing legacy of Abraham Lincoln. As a symbol of unity and freedom, collectors often seek out uncirculated examples or coins with minor errors which can increase their historical and monetary value. The 1976 penny, therefore, is more than a piece of change. It is a small artifact that tells the story of American history, mid-20th century coinage, and the enduring respect for one of the nation's most important leaders.